I think that for 6 or 7 games, obviously our offense has not been good enough. We have not shot the ball well. We're getting in a hole, and we just, our defense is not as good as it has been, but our defense is reasonably good. But we are just, we're struggling to score points, and part of it is Trevor hasn't shot the ball well. We haven't shot the ball well from the three-point line, and we were struggling to find another guy to score. CJ and Tyler did what they could do offensively, but we've got to be able to score some way. And I don't care who we're playing. Miami had us twice, and they've won 6 games already in this league, but only 6. So I think that there's nothing surprising to me about the way we've played. Earlier in the year, we were shooting the ball. Trevor was shooting the ball a little bit better, and we were close. And we were able to win games at the end. When you shoot the ball like we are now, you're in such a hole, it's very difficult to get back. We scrambled and forced some turnovers, and they missed some shots against our pressure, which gave us a chance to get back in it. But, we are just not scoring enough. And again, there's a reason why guys aren't playing, and when we have to play them, it's obvious that they're not ready to play. And we had a very thin line. We could win with 6 guys, and you take any one of those guys out of there, Jeremy, CJ, Tyler, we're not going to be able to win unless somebody can do more than they're doing right now. But obviously, injuries are part of basketball, but we're a team that needs all of our parts, and we have all of our parts. I think we're a very good basketball team, and without all of our parts, I don't think we are. And that was pretty evident tonight. If it wasn't for scrambling, we would have probably lost by 12 or 15 points. But we had a tremendous effort to scramble back in this thing, but there was just a little too much to overcome. I'll take questions.
Jim, when you're talking about the struggling offense and you're looking for points from somewhere else, other than hoping Trevor can make some shots again, where else do you look?
We're trying to get Trevor shots. Obviously people are going to stop him as much as they can. He did get some good looks. Now he got 8 looks, got a couple drives. Early he got some looks. Ball didn't go down. He hasn't shot it well for a while. I don't have another option over there. He's it.
How's Jeremy feeling?
We have no idea. There's nothing wrong. He's got some soreness, and we think that he could be ready to play in a few days. But he did practice last week, and he was all right one day, and then it was sore the next. So everybody feels that he'll be all right. But I would think it would be in a couple days that he'd be able to come back and practice.
Coach, Georgia Tech beat you guys to a lot of 50-50 balls. What do you have to say about maybe the hustle?
I didn't think so.
Boston College and Virginia made a lot of three-pointers. They went inside as well, but Georgia Tech maybe doesn't have similar personnel to them in the sense of facing the zone. What do you think their offense did well tonight to score?
Well, I have to tell you something. We have to score. That's the problem. You can look at any defensive play and say, oh, maybe we should have done this or we could have done that. When you hold people to 31 points, Virginia had 27 in the first half. Our defense at Duke was fine. I think the one defensive game, we gave Boston College too many looks, but they're a very good shooting team. They had a hot night, and some of the shots they took were hard, very hard shots. But I don't think that defense, it could be a little better, but I don't think defense overall, we're second in the league in defense, and we're second in field goal percentage defense. Our three-point defense isn't as good as it usually is, but we're second in the league in field goal percentage defense given up, and second in points, second or third in points allowed. So I don't think this is a defensive problem. I think we have an offensive problem, and when you take your leading rebounder out of the game and a guy that scores and is capable of having big games, it changes what we are. It makes CJ do more and be in positions where he has to do more. It just throws what we do off a little bit. And again, part of it is, Trevor, getting him shooting. Obviously, Jeremy healthy would make a difference. And, those are things that we think. I mean, I really am not qualified, but everybody that is qualified thinks that Jeremy will be back and be fine. And that would certainly help our team. But with Jeremy, I noticed we were 7-2 in close games. This really isn't a close game. We made it close, but we were 7-2, and I looked in some book in Virginia, I think, and there was they had all the teams in the league, and most of the teams have losing records in close games. I don't know exactly. I'm not writing stories about it, so I didn't get it. But some teams were 0-4 and 1-4, and good teams. This team's been great down the stretch of games. I told them in there, I didn't tell them until tonight, but I think the 25-0 streak is by far the best record for being in the games that we were in the history of Syracuse basketball. By far. I would have taken 23-2, or I would have taken 21-4 after 25 games, the way we played. It's a tremendous tribute to these guys, what they were able to do in those games. And I think I said at the time, and somebody thought I was just saying things. I don't see Bud here tonight, but he thought I was. Have we got memories here? What did I say when we were 25-0? What did I say at the time? This isn't going to happen. This isn't going to keep happening. You're not going to keep winning these games when you're in these games and you're putting yourself in these positions where you're behind all the time, and to climb back in it. It's one thing when you're in close games that you're even with or you're a little ahead in and you end up winning. That's still good. But when you're behind in every single one of those games, which we were at Miami, at Boston College, Miami here, St. Francis here, Pittsburgh twice, North Carolina State, every one of those games we were behind and we won. And to me, that's the most amazing achievement any Syracuse team has ever had. Now, going forward with all the doom seekers here and naysayers, and I don't like to do this, but we fortunately do have an example. We lost 5 games last year out of 6, and we went to the Final Four. So this has nothing to do. This isn't relevant. And we didn't have any injured guys in that streak. So when we get healthy, we have one more game, and hopefully we'll be healthy. If not, hopefully we'll be healthy when we get to the ACC tournament, and we'll use that opportunity. But I'm not happy with tonight, but I'm very happy to be 26-4. I will say that. I'm very happy. I think we're well ahead of predictions. We just have to regroup and get ready for the last game.
Being senior night, just talk a little about the impact of CJ and Vi.
Well, they've been great players for us. CJ has been the steadiest player one of the steadiest players we've ever had, and Vi has been a tremendous team player. He's made big defensive plays. I don't think he's back. He's healthy, but I don't think he's back to where he was and affecting the game the way he was before he got hurt. But he has made a big difference in our team in winning a lot of games. We just, we wouldn't be where we are without him, what he's done on the defensive end of the court. And without CJ's just been tremendous for 4 years. And he's been part of teams that have won close to 30 games a year for 4 years. That's pretty special.
Jim, last year you talked about having leaders and guys who worked hard down the stretch when you guys think that's good. How do you feel about this year?
Same thing. We got guys that make plays, that have made plays, and be leaders and make plays, and that's what leaders do. CJ tried tonight, tried to get us back in it. Tyler tried to get us back in it. They're both gamers. They both made big plays tonight. We got to get some help for them. Without Jeremy, somebody else has got to be able to score. Mike, Rock, somebody else has got to score. And at this point in time, those guys have not been able to do that on any kind of a consistent basis. And for us to be good, somebody else has to get it going. CJ and Tyler aren't going to, they scored 46 points, and we can't win against the team that's won 6 games in the 7 games in the league. So, we've got to get somebody else that can score you.
You mentioned a couple of weeks ago, especially when Pittsburgh came to the Carrier Dome, that you wanted to pass the ball inside more to guys like Keith Christmas, Bob Mosquito. Is that something you guys are looking forward to later on in the Florida State or the ACC tournament to get to some of the big guys?
We would like to win. He's gotten opportunities. They're not producing. We're going to go with the guys that we think can win for us, and that's not an option right now.
Jim, what are some things you think that Tyler Roberson can give you right now? Even though
nothing right now. He's not ready to play. The reason he didn't play is because he's not ready. He doesn't know the defense. He doesn't know the offense. He's just, he cannot help us right now. That's why he didn't play. If anybody can help us, they're going to play. He cannot help us. He hurts us on defense, and he's not ready to help us on offense either. Mike's a better option. He knows what we're doing a little bit better. And I think Tyler, when he understands what we're doing, which is some freshmen need a whole year, he just hasn't got it. Try to get him, bring him along, get him there. He's not there. I mean, if you want to watch the game and you can't see that, I can't help you. But he's not ready.
Do you see anything different with Trevor? It seems like he's getting good shots, but is there anything
I don't see it. I don't look at I just know I don't look at what he's done game by game. I know since Notre Dame it's been a battle for him to get going. I think he's had some good looks. I don't know what his percentages are. I just know they're not good. And he made a nice drive tonight, and I thought he almost tried to get there the second time, but he's got to do more of that. He's got to try to pull up. He's either shooting the 3 or he's just driving the basket. He's got to have something else in there, and we're looking for him. They're trying to get him open. He was making those shots early. There's no question about that, and I think he can make them. And we're going to keep trying to get him 8 or 10 shots out there. And, that's a huge key for us, for him to get at least 8 or 10 shots every game. That's something we have to do. And, Tyler's a tremendous player, but the reason, when we were playing well, he wasn't taking 17 or 18 shots. I mean, that's just not what is best for him right now or for us right now. But he has to do that now. And I've told him, we need you to take 15 to 20 shots. That's really not what his game is yet. And, but that's what he's going to do until we get a little bit more balance out there. And we'll try to keep working with these guys. There's time to work with guys this week and next week. Try to get them better. Try to see where Jeremy's at. And, kind of look ahead. But, I try to look at the picture of the whole picture and not snapshots. And we're are in good position. We're in very good position. And seeding, all that's important, but you get in the tournament, you're going to play somebody good, and you better play good. If you play good, you got a chance to win, and seeding is, if you play well, seeding doesn't matter. Simple as that. If you don't play well, seeding doesn't matter. It's as simple as that. All right?